I was calling today about a couple concerns. Uh,
Okay.
um, for one, I'm uploading some videos right now onto YouTube, onto my channel on YouTube. I was gonna, I was wanting, I have certain problems that I would like help with. I,
Okay.
for one, I have to put on a, I have to put in a complaint, but I'm wondering if I can get a good email to send my complaint over in an email form so I don't have to do anything else. And
Sure.
another thing is that I've been the video I'm uploading right now is on a Mr. Means from Nye County. For the videos from 4/20 2022, me trying to beg Nye County to keep this public service agent away from me that's been harassing me, officially oppressing me. Mr. Means basically tells me back a couple months ago that he can't do nothing about it. And then recently, I was videotaping my public service agent in the course of their public duties, and this guy that's been harassing me, which is a Nye County public agent, he rode up in his truck. I got it all on video. He gets out of his truck instead of going to do his work. He gets out of his truck and comes and gets in my face and is telling me that he's going to stick my camera up my ass. And then I ask him to not do that one more time, and then he tells me he's going to stick my camera up my ass again. So I defended myself by pushing him away from me. At that time, another public service agent went and broke it up, but then the guy acted like he was going to go back to doing it, performing his duty, and then waited till the other public service agent was performing his duty, and then came back at me with intent. I was telling him to stop, don't come any further, don't come any further, and then I had to defend myself a second time. The
Okay.
next thing that happened was the law enforcement was called from Nye County Law Enforcement Sheriff's Department.
Mhm.
Then the sheriff's department shows up. They were acting like they were going to arrest me, but then they saw my videos and then charged me and the guy that I had to defend myself against with crimes, and then allowed the guy to just keep on going back to work even after he's committed or back to the conscientious performance of his duty, of which he was attempting to act like he was doing. That's what the law enforcement agents from the sheriff's department in Nye County allowed him to go back to his little duties and act like nothing ever even happened. Charged me with a battery for protecting myself against one of the Nevada public agents coming at me, telling me he was going to stuff my cameras in my ass, and then pursuing me with intent.
Mm. Okay. Well, I'm sorry for your experiences.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not something to be sorry about. The Nevada Commission on Ethics informs the public that we not only are allowed to have expectations, but these expectations must be met by Nevada.
Okay. And did you say you already have our form filled out? Our complaint form?
No, at this time I don't have any of the complaint forms, but I would also like to request a couple of the ethics, the forms that they have to fill out for these certain public service agents that are attempting to act on their own behalf, and they come in the name of Nevada, but then they act on their own behalf, harm your life in other ways, and then act as if they are just going to continue to keep on getting away with it, even though their actions are being caught on cameras to where the whole public can see. And these are acts of impropriety. They're conflicts of interest between the government and the people.
Okay. Okay, so you would like the copy of our acknowledgement of ethical standards
Yes,
form?
the ethical acknowledgement form that each employee is to fill out for the state of Nevada.
Okay, and where can I send that to you?
Can you send these in an email form?
Yeah.
Okay, I would like those sent to BISCU.
BIS as in boy.
Yeah, B as in boy.
S as in Sam.
Yes, BIS as in Sam. CUIT. So biscuit 8208 at gmail.com.
Okay.
And then I'm going to need to list some of the public service agents that I'm going to need this ethics acceptance form file.
Yeah.
So are you prepared to take down a list of names
I am.
of public
Yes,
service
I am.
agents?
Yes.
All right. Number one would be Jim Basinger, Nye
Jim.
County Public Works.
BASINGER.
As far as I can tell,
And he's okay. Who is Jim again? Because I could look it up.
Jim Basinger is a man who claims to volunteer.
His position.
His position is for 9. It was for 9 hours a week on Wednesdays to come with the garbage truck, picking up the garbage and hauling it off to wherever they haul it off to.
Okay, so he doesn't have an official title.
I think his official title was the garbage man around Gauss, Nevada. That's what he's known as publicly under the agency.
Okay, and he is a Nevada employee?
Yeah, he's
official?
he's a Nye County employee, Nye County, state of Nevada. He's a Nevada public service agent under the federal executive branch. All the State Department, the cabinets, all the way from the president, all the way down to your county manager. The ethics, the federal executive branch, the State Department.
Okay, and you don't have the spelling of his name?
No, I don't have the proper spelling of his name, but
Okay.
it's here.
I'll see what I can find.
It's for everybody to find out. I have video of him standing behind the public glass, flipping me off. He tells me he doesn't like how I'm calling him names and telling him how his performance is piss poor. So he says, "Oh, screw your First Amendment," something to that effect. He brushes his hand on my First Amendment right. He then flips me off and I already have these on YouTube published to my channel. He flips me off. He tells me, "There's your First Amendment."
Okay.
I was complaining back in 2020. That's the videos I'm uploading now. I did not upload these videos till now because I didn't understand that they would be needed. But now they have just. I caught them conspiring. I caught them locking the public doors so that we couldn't get in to hear what they were saying, and then we got them on video. Further, having a Nye County deputy shove me without me touching anyone. He comes up to me to try to tell me because I'm yelling. I'm asking for a name and an employee number of one of the public service agents that was there that day, and then the deputy shoves me, which elicited a response from me to which then the deputy takes me down violently and places me under arrest for battery on a peace officer when he was the one that battered me first. Over my words, I was claiming First Amendment. I was claiming protest. I was yelling in protest. I was expressing myself under my First Amendment rights, the abilities that are covered, and then the deputy came and used his forearm to shove me, which was cut on 3 different camera angles and uploaded on YouTube.
Okay.
If these public service agents think that they can get away with this with me, they probably will think that they can get away with this with my neighbors. And recently, there's been some hikes, some fee hikes. They're trying to call my fellow Americans customers, and they're trying to force us all to pay fees for this public water that's coming out of our public land. And then they're trying to sell it back. Where there's an old lady in town that was saying that if anybody is want to protest these fee rate hikes and the lesser of the gallons, they were trying to threaten that they were going to give us less gallons, and they were threatening that they were going to raise the amount. And this old lady in town wanted somebody to bring their voice. She made a Facebook post publicly on one of the public pages, and I go and protest, and I get battered first. I get touched first, and then then they are trying to charge. They actually hurt my left shoulder, and the guy tried to drag me by my handcuffs. I was trying to affect passive resistance to his unlawful arrest, and these are all expressions. These are all forms of protest. These are all, for one instance, Miss Nevada Commission on Ethics, the Sheriff Worley of Nye County, she said she was going to end corruption in Nye County. That was her platform, on which she stood when she was trying for election. And in her speech, she tells her deputies that even when being disrespected, they should be showing respect.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this is not what has been seen. And frankly, I'm now being forced, for all intents and purposes, and for lack of better words, I'm being forced to defend myself against a prosecution that started from a push by a deputy.
Okay. No, I am sorry to hear that. And so did you say you had a list of names that you wanted me to search for?
Yes.
The acknowledgement forms?
You got the first one, right?
Yeah, you said Jim Basinger.
Yes. The second one would be Mr. Means for Nye County Sheriff's Department.
Okay, can you spell that for me?
I believe it's the same way that it's spelled MEANS.
Nye County Sheriff.
He was a detective 4 months ago, but now he's like a sergeant of something, maybe a captain. But
okay.
you know, even under the ethical standards, they are not even supposed to be calling them words like captain and sergeant and everything, trying to force the people into believing that they have more powers than they actually have.
Okay.
Did
you have anyone else you wanted me to look up?
Also, Jennifer Clapper, Justice of the Peace. She's also a public service agent under the federal executive branch.
Jennifer, is it CLAPPER?
K.
K?
Yes, I do believe it's KLAP. So on, so on.
Okay.
And I'm gonna need these to be emailed. These acknowledgement forms to be emailed to my email address, please. And then
whatever our search yields.
Okay.
I'll send, because if we don't have them, then I can't send them. But
yeah,
I'll look.
And then we know what it means if you don't have them. That's willful violation under 281A.020.
Yeah, if they fall into the criteria of who has to file, yeah.
Well, shouldn't all Nevada state agents?
Not all employees have to file that acknowledgement.
That's
form.
not my understanding. My understanding under the Nevada Ethics Manual is that all employees. That includes the governor, that includes the mayor, that includes the attorney general.
Right, which are all executive level. I just mean like Like, I'm an executive assistant, and I don't file.
Well, the thing about it is you're all federal
Right now-
executive agents under the federal executive branch, under the standards of the executive.
Right, we have
Standards.
to adhere to the,
I read,
the ethical standards.
I
of
read
course.
5 CFR 2635.101, which is basic obligations of public service under the federal executive branch ethical standards, and then
Okay.
I read the Nevada State Commission on Ethics ethics manual 2010 and 2014, and both agree that public service is a public trust and should be held for the sole benefit of the people, and not that
Agreed.
and you know, the agents should not be seeking to line their pockets with the conscientious performance of their duties.
Right.
If the Commission on Ethics isn't working, then that's why our public service agents are being held, are not being held to the standard of ethics that they are supposed to be. They're running around here telling me that they can't help me, that they're going to allow this public service agent to keep coming around my home in his private or personnel capacity.
Okay.
I'm
Did you have any more names?
yes,
wanted me to check
Jim
for you?
Basinger. You got Jennifer Clapper, and then you got Mr. Means.
Yeah. Do you have a first name for that person?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I'm just the people. I am the reasonable. one of the public that's attempting to seek redressal for my grievances with the government, and I've
Okay.
found out certain things about the ethical standard that most don't even look for, and I'm teaching people through my protest and my grievance process how to be mindful of the important conscientious performance of the Nevada State Ethics Commission. I think that it's the highest importance in our state. I think that the conscientious performance of the true ethical standards is what sets peace into the divide that the public service agents and the people are having in this country at this time.
Agreed. Yes. Okay, so I have these names, and I can send you an email at biscuit8208@gmail.
.com.
After I've done a search of all of our records and get that back to you.
And there was also a Mr. Boney,
Okay.
Deputy T. Boney for Nye County Sheriff's Office. The Deputy Means was for Nye County Sheriff's Office as well. The Jennifer Clapper
his
was
first
for...
name is Harry, it looks like.
Yeah, I believe that to be true. I think if I can remember right, that was Harry.
So just so you know.
And then
Boney, Boney.
B-O-N-I or B-O-N-N-I?
Okay.
B-O-N what?
B-O-N-I.
B-O-N-I.
Okay.
He's the one that shoved me, and when he shouldn't have. He was supposed to be there to make sure that the two protesting parties didn't come together, that nobody came together, but that we were still allowed to sit there. And you know, they're not supposed to take me, the protester, away from the hearing of the counter protester, and they're not supposed to take the counter protester away from my hearing. We're supposed to be able to hear each other.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
they were not supposed to put their hands on me. And now
Right.
I think that I have enough video evidence to prove that all mentioned have acted in an improper manner and have created a conflict of interest between not only me and my government, but between the people around me and my government, or in their government.
Okay. So just the 4 names then? Did you want me to check any more names for you?
There are
To get started on this.
There are other names, but at this time, I think that these 4 names, which is Mr. Basinger, Mr. Boney, Mr. Means, and Mrs. Clapper are the first, are the ones that need to be looked. Oh no, there's one more. John, Deputy District Attorney John Frail Jr.
John. I'm sorry, what was John?
Friel. John Friel. It's like
Okay.
Freie or IAL or something like this. He's the Deputy District Attorney. His name is very easy to find in Nye County. It's right there. He's a public service agent. He's acting as a Deputy District Attorney.
Okay. And then your name, sir?
I would like to remain anonymous at this time.
Okay.
I would like to remain anonymous for a sole reason is that I've provided a email address, and at the same time I'm being maliciously prosecuted and harassed, and I think that
Okay.
I
no
want to
problem. I was
see
just going to use it for the top of my email, but that's fine.
I want to
So let
see
me,
change before I can sit here and trust anybody.
Okay. Well, let me go ahead and look for the acknowledgement of ethical standards forms for those individuals you requested, and I will send you an email with those results.
Okay.
And hopefully, if I can get on that, it should be by the end of my close of business today, which is 5:30 p.m.
Now, may I be placed on a line with whoever does the investigations of complaints?
Sure.
Okay.
Let me get them for you.
Okay, thank you.
Sarah Terry, can I help you?
Excuse me, what was that? Was that Rick?
No, that's Aaron.
Darren?
You wanted to talk to the investigator, and
Yes,
here I am.
Yes, sir.
How can I help you?
The name isn't that much important at this time. Is there a good email I can reach you by so that I may file my complaint through the email?
Okay, so probably the best way to do it is to go to our Nevada Commission on Ethics. Just throw that into Google.
Oh, okay, let me do that now, sir, please.
Oh, of course.
Nevada Commission on Ethics.
And our website should come up.
Yeah, ethicsnevada.gov.
Yeah. And so there's a form there, and you can fill that all out online, and you can do attachments and send us stuff there. And that's
Okay.
the best way to do it.
I'm gonna click on forms and go over this with you
Okay.
real quick. Okay, here it says file a complaint. This is for the public. Is that the one that I would be searching
Yeah.
for? Okay. Let me see this complaint form. I've double clicked and now it's starting to load up. I would like to place complaints on some of the names that I have placed, if not all. Ask for the acceptance forms, now, when I come here to this, it says provide the following information for the public officer or employee you allege violated the Nevada Ethics in Government Law, NRS Chapter 281A. which this is very awesome that you guys are providing this, and I think that this should be brought to more importance. Now, this when this says public entity, that's their public entity, right?
Yes, exactly.
And then when it says last name and first name, that's their public entity.
Yes, that's their name.
Okay.
So if their name is John Smith or something like that, then you go ahead and you put that in there, and that's so we can identify them.
Okay, but now
And we know what agency. When you tell us what agency they work for, then that helps us identify them and determine whether they're a public officer or not.
Okay. How do I provide all this information when I only know their public, what they're calling themselves publicly?
Okay, so I'm in the middle of doing something like that. I'm identifying people. I go to the actual website for the agency, and they usually have a list of, like these are the people who work for, whatever board or public agency. If it's like a larger public agency where they don't list it, if you have the names, if you know who they are, you can use those names.
I hate that I'm a protester, and I hate that I am about to sound like distrustful or maybe even condescending. But I'm just merely looking out for the people that are around me, my neighbors and my other public.
All right.
I want to say, I've called this day. I have appeared to say, "Hear me now." I am appearing in a fashion as to seek a redressal and to seek a service provided by my government, and I want to express the fact that I think that I provided the names of the public service agents that I am having a problem with at this time.
You can put that in the body of the complaint.
I can provide video evidence of the instances as they happen and as they appear. For instance, as little as a justice of the peace claiming that the courtroom is their courtroom and not that of the people, when NRS states that all courts are all local courts are denoted justice courts, and that court is to be open to the public under NRS 174, the arraignment procedures. And I have a one of the justice of the peace claiming that in her courtroom, in my courtroom, she says, I'm the one that decides these. This was about an attire, which was definitely.
Okay.
She was trying to harp on people's clothing that they were wearing into a courtroom that is supposed to be of the people for the people.
With the judge, that goes to. There's a judicial board. We don't have jurisdiction over judges. We don't have jurisdiction over legislators.
Yeah, but you're calling her a judge, sir. She's not a judge. She's a public service agent under the federal executive branch.
But she's designated as part of the judiciary.
As a matter of fact, I had this discussion with a couple of deputies in a hallway which I was recording, and I said these are not judges; these are justices I said these are not judges; these are public service agents. And the deputy said, "Oh yeah, they're not judges; they are justices of the peace." Then I pointed at the wall where the pictures were hanging up in the Nevada state walls, and they were calling them judges, falsely identifying as judge when they are not judge, and that they do not have special privileges under the both the federal executive branch agencies' ethical standards and under the standards set forth by the Nevada state under the State Department. They are to not be seeking private gain for agent or agency, and to call themselves judge in order to make themselves seem more important than just mere public service agents, of which they are, is a conflict of interest. It's an act of impropriety, and it's creating a divide between the people and the government that are supposed to be serving the people with a benefit going solely to the people and not that of the public agent or the agency.
Okay, but if you file a complaint with us, we will not have jurisdiction over them. So it needs to go to the Judiciary Board. Even though you don't, even all judges are elected. All judges are paid the same way. They're all state servants.
Well, neither one of us can prove that they are elected. We are told that they're elected. We see some people running down there to the ballot boards, but we don't actually prove.
If you want to make a complaint.
Yeah, I'm going to make a complaint with this department.
Okay, well, fine. Go ahead and do that.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right, bye-bye.
Now, hold on, sir. I'm not done.
Oh, okay.
I was just merely saying thank you for that awesome bit of conscientious duty that you just performed by agreeing that, yes, I should be making my complaint instead of coercing me on where to go make a complaint.
No, we work for you guys. You file a complaint. You feel that you need to file a complaint. You file a complaint.
That's very reassuring, because for all intents and purposes, I feel intimidated. I feel raped out of my constitutional rights. I feel disparaged, in other words. And when I'm supposed to reach out to the Nevada Commission on Ethics, I'm in an understanding that these public service agents, of which they are, whether their agency is attempting to call them judge, deputy, or mayor, I'm under an understanding that they are employee of the state of Nevada and are held to an ethical standard that I did not write. I did not make up. I merely studied and have found that these ethical standards are to be obligated of all employees.
That is correct.
When we come to this understanding, though, the job that you're doing is a very important job. I would beg to argue that this is the most important job, bigger than governor, bigger than mayor, bigger than sheriff, in our state, as the agency known as the state of Nevada. Okay. Now, if I call in here to the public commission and I try to grease the wheels, so to speak, and those wheels are not found to be working for the people, for the sole benefit of the people, then that's exactly why we have a divide between the people and the government, for which they, for the government that is supposed to protect and serve those people by their own admissions, not by, this is public service is a public trust requiring all employees. All I'm saying is that you got a very important job, sir. If we can come to an understanding that the Nevada Commission on Ethics is holding up to their end of the bargain, of which they are the ones that are entitled, that are obligated to perform these tasks, and perform these tasks with a conscientious performance, then our public will be able to smooth.
Okay, all right. So let's get back to the form, and I can help you walk through the form and help you understand how it works. Okay. And then you can write what you need to write, without me being there.
I want to call up my public service, and I want to provide them with the names of the bad service agents. And then I want to provide them with the evidence of the bad service agents. I do not want to do anything else.
We don't take complaints over the phone.
We're not gonna have to take complaints over the phone. What we're gonna have to do is have a place where you can have an email address so that people can send you in the evidence of the bad public service agents.
So when you complete the form,
okay,
there's basically a button that says hit that and we're complete, and then it comes straight to us.
Okay. But I seriously do.
We got like 4 this week.
I bet. Now I do have to fill me the public, with my only duty being that I do not break the law or have the intentions of breaking the law. Now I am being informed by my public service agent that I have a duty to fill out this entire paper. So what happens when people are not able to fill out these paperwork due to other cognizant disabilities and this and that?
I don't know. I've never had anybody ask me that question. That's an excellent question. Hold on, I am going to put you on hold just for a second.
Yes,
Ask
sir.
my executive director. Hold on.
Yes, sir. On hold, on hold, on hold, on hold. On hold. On hold.
Sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, we still accept forms by mail.
Okay.
So we can actually, if you can't function the computer or something like that, we could send you a copy of the complaint form. You can fill it out by hand and just send us the complaint form executed like that. And with whatever documentation you want to send to us, and just mail it to us.
Okay. I'm gonna ask a question. Do you guys have a office clerk?
No, we really don't. We're the smallest agency. If you look us up, we're the smallest agency with the fewest number of employees and the smallest budget in the state. So we really don't. If you need physical assistance doing it, where you're physically unable to do it, perhaps there is I don't know. I would think that there'd be some sort of public agency in your area that would be able to assist you.
May I suggest something?
Sure.
We are in a digital era now. You guys have the most important position in your agency. Okay, and the people, they don't want to be paying you the less. They don't want to be having you guys be the lowest staffed. In fact, you guys are probably the most important aspect of our government, as it is the administration of of the laws and ethical principles. That's the most important part of everything that an American would ever stand for. Now, when we have all these public service agents running around treating the public as if they own it, which is not true in any way, shape, or form, never has been true, even in the lack of the cameras, when public service agents would be brazen and act as if they were going to put a dominion on the people around them, creating an obvious breach of the peace and a divide between the people and the government, which we are seeing today. I believe that it would be not only right of you and your fellow employees under your department to not only pick up the camera, but also pick up that camera with conscientious vigor towards you know, it's one thing for people, just the regular average public, to pick up their camera and attempt to hold their government accountable, their public service agents around them. But now, if we had the ethics agencies between the ones that were in charge of upholding the ethics within the agency out there doing this, so that the public didn't have to take their so that the public didn't have to put their life set in danger. Okay.
Okay. So
you guys have the ability to go out into the public, which is like Reno, Las Vegas, and take your cameras. And when you see somebody pulled over, you have the ability to go and record that traffic stop, if you will, and find out if they are committing, if the public agents are telling the truth, or if they are trying to use agency tactics in order to fleece the public of their wants and needs. Now, when one of the public is out there performing this task that a government agent should be performing, which is keeping our nation right and just, they're under danger. They're getting attacked by other people. They're getting attacked by the public service agents falsely calling themselves law enforcement. Now you have a government title, and you have a government employee number and name. And when you when these unlawful agents seek to attack you over your upholding of your public duty, then you can bust out your card that says, no, I'm the ethical standards agent, and you have just been caught committing disparagements.
okay. So let me back this up a little bit for you. Let's focus on your complaint.
Yes, sir.
And get you moving along.
Yes, sir.
And rather than what should be, let's focus on what is right now.
Yes, sir.
You have a complaint. You want to file it. If there's a senior center or there's something like that in the area, maybe they can help you if you're physically unable to execute the form by hand.
Sounds like an awesome idea.
Yeah, so maybe you can do that. We can certainly mail you a form if you like, and then we can get you rolling. You can fill it out.
Yes.
And submit whatever documentation you wish to.
Yes, sir.
And then it goes to our commission council to determine whether we have jurisdiction.
All right. I just really want to implore and remind you again that we're living in a digital era.
Yeah, I'm completely aware. Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting harder for public service agents to do the things that they were used to be doing, and it might even appear that the public service agents are having to take on extra work due to the fact that there's so many cameras and ways to record the conscientious performances of their duties. And I would like to remind you that you have done a very good service today by being there to listen, and you haven't been condescending. I just would like to remind you to remember that you are sitting in a position where you are to uphold the laws and the ethical standards to the sole benefit of the people.
Absolutely. So, do you want to give me your address and name, and that way I can send you a hard copy of the form?
Well, I can't give you my name at this time or my address, but at this time I can give you a email address or an email address.
Oh, okay.
Is that all right with you, sir?
Sure.
Biscuit.
Go ahead. Biscuit?
Yeah, biscuit8208@gmail.com.
8208@gmail. So Biscuit, common spelling, BISCUIT,
Yes, BISCUIT.
Okay, 8208@gmail.com.
Yes,
okay,
sir.
let me get a copy of the form and I'll just email it to you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right, no worries. All right, sir. Well, if that's it, then I'll just go ahead and email this to you as soon as I can pull the form down.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.